Good morning everyone, welcome to ALG Driving School. First of all, here we are with Hussein, okay, Abdelhamid. Today we're going to start doing the route on a weekly basis inshallah, so you will have all the routes of all the surrounding test centers in West London. Okay, so I'm going to start my route in Chertsey, which is number 1. It doesn't mean number 1 for the examiners, maybe number 1 for the examiners will be a different route, but we will try to cover all the areas in Chertsey, so at least you see the route and you see what's happening. Okay, you are at the test center, you're leaving now. As you leave, you need to check all around you. Maybe there will be more cars next to us, so we will indicate left and we try and make it on the left hand side, fully on the left hand side here, and that will help us to be able to see left and right before we leave. And if somebody comes in here, at least they can come in without any problems as we leave in, so we're not obstructing anyone on the exit or on the entrance. So like this car here is coming in now, okay, so they will have a lot of space to go in and I have a lot of time to check as well. So you've got this yellow box. You can, the rules is slightly different in here, it's slightly flexible. Usually we're not allowed to stop in the yellow box, but you can always peep and creep and check both sides here. Okay, now I can see it's clear on the other side and I'm leaving. The satnav, it should set itself in a minute, okay, like it's doing now. So it's starting from further down the road and I will be following the satnav in a minute. Remember, there's a lot of holes in the exit here, so take your time, okay, just keep it in a second gear and just touch the gas slightly. Some examiners might ask you to pull up on the left hand side. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to pull up on the left hand side, I'm just going to stop and see what that lorry is going to do. So I'm stopping in the middle of the road, watching my mirrors, okay, I can see clearly he's stopping. As there is more cars coming, so I'm just going to wait here until it's fully clear, or I can position myself further on the left after checking that left mirror. So now we have the clear footage on the satnav, so we're going to follow that satnav. So always signaling good time. That car is quite far away, so I can proceed on this roundabout. At this point I need to check my left mirror and move to the left, and usually I signal left, but if we do forget signal here, it's not an issue, it's not a big deal, because it's quite a small roundabout. It will you will be so busy to do the signal in good time in there, and it's not something that you need to be worried of. Now the satnav is clearly telling me I'm going right to the next roundabout, so I've just put the third gear, covering the brake, hovering the brake, and I check both mirrors now. I can see the siren behind me. He's not telling us where he's going, so now he's going left, yes. Usually the siren vehicles will indicate, and you will see their normal indicators to tell you where they're going, so it helps people getting out of their way. So when you see the sirens, always look for the indicators, the normal indicators, to know exactly where that siren vehicle is trying to go to. And that's what I was checking on my mirror, but I couldn't see him signaling, but he took the slip road, so it's good. So now on this satnav, in this road here, I'm following the right lane because that lane is only left, okay, so I'm going straight ahead. Remember, the route here is 30 miles an hour because I can't see any signs for speed limits, and also there is houses, and also the lampposts are 100 meters apart, so that tells me it's 30 miles an hour. If it was other than 30 miles an hour, I will see a lot of signs, 20 on the floor, maybe signs reminder on the left or on the right. Even if it was 40, it will be the same. The only time you don't see a lot of speed limit is when it's 30. Obviously, remember guys, the speed limit is not a target, it's just a guide. So if there's cars in front of me like now, I'm doing 18-20 miles an hour, that's absolutely fine. I can see there is obstructions on the right hand side. As long as those cars stopped for us, so we can continue going. We're going straight on the mini roundabout as it says on the satnav. No need to signal left on the mini roundabout we're leaving, only on the big roundabouts.
And on your official test, is it better to give way to oncoming traffic sometimes, or is it better to just take your opportunity and go?
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question. Right, you need to plan ahead. If there is an obstructions ahead and you think by not letting them go you will block the traffic, of course you need to stop, even if the obstructions is not in your side, as long as you don't have where to go. But if they are already stopped for you and the obstructions is on their side, stopping will upset people behind you, and it will confuse people behind you as well. So you're better off proceeding because you have a right of way. Yeah, so you better proceed. So there's never black and white. Is every situation will be treated separately. It depends on what you see at the time. So we're following the road ahead to the right here. There's 2 lanes I can see. There's no problem to use the right lane, but I prefer to use the left lane because they both turn in left, and that will lead me to the left lane. So I'm not in the overtaking lane, yeah? So signaling here is not really necessary, unless if somebody will benefit from it. But if you do give a signal, it's no harm, it's fine, absolutely fine. So it's better to know where you're going next. On the satnav, it tells you, it's telling us we go right, 3rd exit. Now there's cars on my right, so I need to let them know what my attention before I start making the move. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the signal. So now everyone can see my signal. I wait for someone to let me go. No one is letting me because that van is speeding now at the moment. So I will give him time, think about the bike there, okay? And I just move to the right safely. No rush, okay? Put the signal. If they let you go, it's fine. If they don't, just take your time and go slowly and move lane. What you don't want to do, you don't want to keep yourself until you get to the end of the junction, then you have to move to the side.
And would you recommend, if you were in the wrong lane for whatever reason,
okay,
to stick with that and just go off?
Let's say we are on the wrong lane now and we're going right. So the safest way of doing it is leave on any other exit, which is either left or straight, then make yourself around and come back. Better than changing lane all last minute, yeah?
Yeah.
So actually, we are actually leaving on 3rd exit, which we can leave from the right. I was thinking we're going to the 4th exit, but I could do that. I could go on the right hand side and go straight across. Well, on this occasion, we could use both lanes for this exit as well. But what we just did is absolutely fine as well, yeah? So the satnav is telling us we're turning right in 200 yards. So now there's a van behind me, which I can see well. I'm gonna start indicating about normally 80 yards, but I'm gonna give slightly early signal here, okay? Just to let that van driver that I'm turning right. I can see it's clear, I can see that boy has already crossed the road. So I will proceed onto this road here. So now the obstructions is on our side, but we can't see nothing stopping us going around these parked cars. Back to the left hand side, while checking that left mirror. And the examiner might ask you to pull up in a safe place on the left. Let's imagine he already instructed us to stop on the left. So we got that instructions, but I'm not going to stop on a turn. So because the way they say it, pull up in a safe place, or pull up when it's safe to do so on the left, yeah? So I'm going to pull up when it's safe to do so. So now I'm going to check my mirrors and I'm going to signal so the car behind me knows what I'm doing, and I will nicely stop on the left here. Perfect. I just knocked the curb a little bit, and that shouldn't happen, should it? Shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. But it's not bad. It's just a little. If you guys, that happened to you, look, I'm an instructor and it happens to me, so don't worry about it. Okay, as long as you don't climb the curb, you're okay. Okay, so let's drive off when we're ready. Okay, so the examiner will ask you to drive off when you're ready. I'm gonna check all around me. indicate because there's pedestrians around me here. If no one was there, also if you look at these two people inside the car, that will prompt me to indicate because they might drive off in any minute. So I checked center left mirror, signal left. So the van is telling me it's turning, so I can proceed here, and it's still 30 mile an hour route here. Now we come into a junction ahead, and I would like you guys to sort of concentrate on this one because it's quite important. That's a lot of people get it wrong, and I will explain it here. So the satnav is telling me left then right, and it's literally 2 mini roundabout, as you can see there. Yeah, so mirror signal, I know there's a road here, but I have to indicate slightly early. Okay, so maybe just as you enter. I'm going to put first gear in here. It's much better to put first gear so I can visualize what's on my right. Now I'm going to pull up the handbrake because I can see slow moving vehicle coming, and it might take me more time. So if you realize, as soon as I turn left, look at the road markings, which is very clear, it's split into two. So now I'm going right, I wait for the middle, then I move to this side of the road. So that's where I need to be to turn right to allow that car to go straight. Now this car is turning left so I can proceed and go. Look at the speed I'm doing, very low speed. A lot of people speed up and they find themselves going to the curb. So here, maintaining the lane is important because it's quite narrow. A lot of people come from the opposite side. Now I need to give way to the oncoming cars if there is any. It's clear for me, so I check my right mirror and I keep going. There is no need of signal here unless if somebody benefit from it.
That is a really confusing junction, to be fair.
It is, yeah, it
lots
is.
Of things
it is,
right,
and you need to have driven that route before to be able to recognize because I realized they painted it as well, but they haven't finished painting the middle, if you realize on that instance. So at the roundabout, we turn in right. This is a mini roundabout, very small roundabout. Remember, on a T-junction roundabout, be careful of the right. Is because if you get a young driver coming from the right hand side and he knows he doesn't have to give way to anybody, what do you expect them to do? To come very fast. So therefore I'm going to move my body forward to check, and I'm going to make progress here. That's it, and it's done. So even if someone was coming, I gave myself a long time to approach, and I checked properly, and I make progress when I'm going, so I don't be in the way of anybody, because people do come very fast on this type of roundabout. So here the satnav is telling me to turn right, but we might have the same green light as in that silver car over there. Based on what I can see with the silver car, it's not actually going anywhere left or right, so it's going straight. Do I need to cut them off? No. So I need to stay as left as I can to give them a nice ride straight through. What I could be doing as a mistake is driving a bit to the right here, and that car has to go around me to go on. Okay, I could have turned because she took time, but I would rather wait here better. Now I can proceed because she's giving me a left signal there, and this junction is near side to near side, which means we go like this, you know, near side to near side, like this. Don't do what I do what I tell you, okay? Don't take your hands off the wheel, okay? Some examiners will not use the satnav, will tell you follow the signs. So try to read every sign you see on the road. Also, if you realize, guys, I've been doing 25, 26, 27 mile an hour, which I'm supposed to do 30. It's a lot going on. Road is busy. It's always good to be slightly under the speed limit, but if it's convenient, you have to stick to the speed limit if it's convenient. This car is turning, I check my center mirror and I stop. Now I proceed, and this is the same junction we talked about earlier, if you remember, guys, and we're going straight at this instance. Now as I have a cover now, that car, even if it's turning right, as I have it's turning left actually. If I have a cover coming from the opposite side of the road, there's no need for me to stop and give way to the right. Of course, I need to be careful with this because some drivers will still come out with another driver coming from the other side. You have to have a clear vision on both cars. So I'm doing 26, 27 here. I just go off gas a bit because I can't see what's going on now. And the satnav has finished. So now, usually the examiner will give you direction. I am actually going straight ahead, second exit now. Straight ahead, second exit. So what I will do here, I will go straight to the middle lane where that BMW is. I'm looking at my right. It is clear. I can proceed now without having to stop. Be careful when you do this, because if you have a car passing by at the time, the thing is, you don't want to be too close to that car in case if you change speed. So wait for cars to clear before you proceed, yeah? So I am driving on the left here. That's where I'm supposed to be at all time, if I can. In this instance, the examiner will ask me to go straight ahead. I'm going straight ahead. He could ask me to turn left, but in this route, I will choose to go straight. Now I'm checking my right mirror, just to check, because the road is narrowing here, is becoming one lane. Okay, we will be turning left, not the first one, the second turning on the left. This is number one, and the one coming is the second turning on the left, which is quite narrow here. So center mirror, left mirror, signal left. Now the van is coming out. I'm gonna put back first gear, and I will take my time on the turn here. The examiner will ask me to pull up in a safe place on the right, but don't worry about the driveways in this occasion. So I'm doing this maneuver like this to stop on the right, and I stop, wait for this car to pass, and I will wait for the other van as well. And now I am proceeding forward a little bit to make sure my steering is straight. That's important. At this minute, the examiner will ask you to reverse for a 2-car length, keeping the car reasonably close to the curb. Okay, what can I see ahead alongside the road? I can see horses. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to first gear, and I will take my time and take my distance on this. If you guys have this on your test, I know you will hate it, guys, but don't worry, it's easy. Just keep about, I would say, 15 to 20 meters and roll the car, walking speed. First gear, if it's petrol, take your foot or keep your foot on the clutch and balance the clutch and keep that distance nice and easy, and don't upset those horses. So I'm just gonna allow this car to come past, and I will indicate to let them know that I'm leaving once they pass. Thank you. Check right mirror, back on the road, take your time again. And I like you to watch this junction, guys. It's quite an important junction, and sometimes it's a confusing junctions as well. I'll tell you why. People coming from the other side, they see two blue arrow, one saying left and one saying right. So that van coming from that side, he has a right of way, and I will wait for him to go first, so I can follow him afterwards. So now I'm following the van, and I'm going straight ahead. I didn't need to indicate. and the examiner will ask me at the mini roundabout to turn right. Just as a reminder, on each test route you will be asked to stop several times on the left, and also you will be asked to do one of the maneuvers, which we did today, stopping on the right, as you could see earlier. Stopping on the right maneuver. You won't be asked to do any other maneuver, and once you've done stopping on the right maneuver and straight reverse, as you come back to the test center car park, don't bother in parking exactly on the bay. When the examiner asks you, just pull up in one of the bays. You don't have to be within the lane there, because it's not considered as a maneuver. It's the end of the test. Just be reasonable, park whenever it's convenient for you. If the wheel are on top of the lane, don't bother so much, because you already done the maneuver outside. So that's an information you need to know. If you haven't done any maneuver, be worried. Sometimes they ask you to drive forward into the bay, and then they ask you to reverse out of it, and that will be it. That will be your maneuver. As now we're driving back to the test center, so mirror signal, checking there, and going left here. Now this roundabout here, there's no one going straight, so there's two lanes here. Don't worry about being in the lane, just try to make yourself in the middle here and turn right, okay? Because no one will be on your left going straight, because no one can go straight. Yeah, so mirror signal again, just checking that car where it's going. Actually I can go, because I've got two cars using as a cover, so I'm using them as a cover. Going right here again, light is changing. Amber light means stop if you can, and of course I can stop here. So if I can means I can clearly check my center mirror, see how far that car is, and I can nicely stop, which I did just now. Yeah,
and so if the car behind was a bit too close,
it wasn't yeah, sometimes it's safer for you to go than stop. It's not always the case if the approach is correct, so you need to do mirror signal, position, speed, gear, and look. So now prepare, observe, move, signal is on, and I'm going to position on the left hand side. Center mirror, left mirror, signal left. Some examiners say to you don't signal here, but my advice is give a signal if you're turning. It's not going to harm anybody. Always down this hill, cover the brake just in case. Okay, as the light is red, I'm reducing my speed, checking my center mirror, keeping enough distance between me and the car in front. As I'm in downhill, I'm not going to change to first gear. My car will roll down, so I'll leave it in second. Remember guys, downhill start is on a second. We'll do that in the future as well. So it's clear on my right, I'm clearly indicating left, and some examiners will ask you to pull up on the left here. Don't worry about double yellow line, just pull up on a safe place like I did just now. It's just to stop and moving off. He's going to ask you to move off, just check blind spot, indicate, biting point, handbrake, sorry, biting point, handbrake down, off you go. See what I did here, I did not put the car in first gear and I tried to do the biting point, and that's a common mistake as well. If you feel the car rolling back, it's fine, just brake, put first gear again, and off you go.